Quail eggs are not only a nutritional powerhouse, but also a model for sustainable nutrition, offering a path toward healthier diets that respect environmental limits. In an era where food production faces mounting scrutiny for its ecological footprint, quail farming stands out as an efficient, low-impact alternative to conventional livestock operations. These tiny birds require far less land, water, and feed than chickens, pigs, or cattle, yet they deliver high-quality protein and essential micronutrients in compact form. This combination of nutrient density and resource efficiency makes quail eggs one of the most promising animal-based foods for a future defined by both human health and environmental stewardship. One of the most significant environmental advantages of quail farming is its minimal land use. Quails are small, typically weighing only 100 to 150 grams, and can thrive in compact enclosures. A flock of quails that provides a consistent egg supply for a household or small business can be raised in a fraction of the space required for chicken production. This spatial efficiency means quail farming can be practiced even in urban or semi-urban environments, supporting the growing trend of local and small-scale food production. By reducing the need for large pastures or vast industrial facilities, quail farming helps prevent deforestation and soil degradation, two of the major environmental costs of large-scale animal agriculture. In terms of water usage, quail farming again demonstrates its efficiency. Water scarcity is a growing global concern, and animal agriculture consumes vast quantities of fresh water for drinking, cleaning, and feed production. Compared to chickens, and especially to cattle, quails require significantly less water to produce an equivalent amount of protein. Their small body size, efficient metabolism, and lower feed requirements mean that the water-to-protein ratio in quail egg production is far more favorable. This makes quail eggs an environmentally sound choice in regions where water resources are limited or where sustainable water management is a priority. Feed conversion efficiency is another key factor in sustainability, and quails perform exceptionally well in this regard. They reach maturity quickly, typically within 6 to 8 weeks, and begin laying eggs at a much younger age than chickens. Their feed conversion ratio, FCR, a measure of how efficiently animals turn feed into body mass or eggs, is highly competitive. Because quails consume less feed and produce nutrient-rich eggs consistently, their carbon footprint per gram of protein is considerably lower than that of most other animal protein sources. When compared to beef or pork, the difference becomes dramatic. Producing 1 kilogram of beef protein can generate over 25 kilograms of CO2 equivalents, whereas quail eggs contribute only a small fraction of that. Furthermore, quail farming lends itself well to integrated and regenerative agricultural systems. Quail manure, rich in nitrogen and organic matter, can be composted or used directly to enrich soil fertility, closing nutrient loops and reducing reliance on synthetic fertilizers. This contributes to healthier soil ecosystems, which are vital for carbon sequestration and sustainable crop production. Some small-scale farms even combine quail rearing with vegetable gardening, using waste products from one system to feed another, creating a circular, low-waste food ecosystem. The short life cycle and rapid reproduction of quails also make them adaptable to small-scale, sustainable food models. Unlike larger livestock that require long-term resource investment before producing food, quails reproduce quickly and yield eggs daily once mature. This means they provide a reliable, continuous food source without the extended resource demands of cattle or even chickens. Their small size and efficient growth also reduce methane emissions and other greenhouse gases commonly associated with ruminant livestock, aligning with global goals to reduce agricultural emissions. From a supply chain perspective, quail farming has a lighter ecological burden. Because quail eggs are often produced locally and consumed within regional markets, transportation-related emissions are lower than those associated with imported or industrial-scale animal products. The simplicity of small-scale quail operations allows communities to decentralize food production, making the food system more resilient to disruptions in global supply chains. This localization of protein production supports not just environmental sustainability but also food security, particularly important in areas vulnerable to climate change or economic instability. When compared to plant-based protein sources, quail eggs also play an interesting complementary role. While plants such as legumes and grains are critical to sustainable diets, they can sometimes lack certain nutrients like vitamin B12, heme iron, and complete amino acid profiles. Quail eggs provide these nutrients in highly bioavailable forms while maintaining a relatively small environmental footprint. For individuals seeking a balanced, sustainable omnivorous diet, incorporating quail eggs allows them to enjoy the health benefits of animal protein without significantly increasing their ecological impact. The energy efficiency of quail farming also adds to its appeal. Modern quail operations require minimal electricity for lighting and climate control compared to large poultry farms. In tropical and temperate regions, quails can thrive in simple housing structures made from locally available materials. This low-energy approach makes quail farming accessible to smallholders and communities in developing regions, empowering them to produce high-quality protein sustainably. Beyond the environmental data, quail eggs also embody the philosophy of small-scale abundance, the idea that nutrition and sustainability don't have to come from industrial expansion but from intelligent use of smaller, more efficient systems. Each egg contains concentrated nutrients, protein, iron, selenium, choline, and vitamin B12, demonstrating that nutritional richness doesn't require large animals or intensive inputs. In this way, quail eggs illustrate a shift toward high-density, low-impact nutrition, an emerging model for feeding a growing global population without exhausting planetary resources. However, the sustainability of quail eggs also depends on responsible farming practices. Like any food source, unsustainable scaling, especially under poor welfare or waste management conditions, can erode the ecological advantages. Thus, the true sustainability of quail eggs lies in small to medium-scale operations that prioritize resource efficiency, humane treatment, and closed-loop systems. When done right, quail farming can be an example of how animal agriculture can adapt to the sustainability era rather than being seen as a threat to it. In conclusion, quail eggs represent one of the most eco-friendly animal-based proteins available today. Their production requires minimal land, water, and feed while producing significantly fewer greenhouse gases than traditional livestock. They fit naturally into sustainable diets, offering nutrient richness with a small environmental footprint. As the world seeks solutions for sustainable eating, quail eggs remind us that sometimes the path forward lies not in large-scale industrial innovation but in small, efficient systems that respect both human health and the planet's balance. In essence, they are proof that a truly sustainable diet can be nutritious, ethical, and delicious, all at once.